Okay, thank you, Donnie. I had it unlisted for some stupid reason. I don't know why. Maybe now I can. Okay. For some reason, I can't type anything. I can't respond to anything, and I don't know why. Because YouTube hates me. Good morning. If you hear noise, it's because I'm sitting on my porch because Bella's inside TikToking. I don't know. Let me see. I guess that's fine. So how is everybody? I feel like I haven't done this in forever, right? Frankie's out here taking the sun. Look. She's a little sun dog. So I have some time this morning because a lot of crazy things have happened in the last few weeks. And I'm currently stuck at home because I don't have a vehicle. Good morning. A deer hit me last week. I mean, this deer hit me. And, oh my God, Daddy. I saw your message, but yes, Frankie is absolutely adorable. So, I don't have a vehicle, right now because this deer did like almost $7,000 worth of damage to my vehicle. Thank God, because I have a loan on my car. I have to have full coverage. So, you know, I'm able to get it repaired. But we don't just have a supply on shortages of like formula and tampons. It's car parts too. And one of the parts that I need is not anywhere in the country. And it is not being made in the foreseeable future. So the guy who I bought the car from that also has a collision shop that's fixing my car for me. Good morning, Ken. Is attempting to find another part that I need, some apron thingy. I don't know. And it's like 300% more than normal. My neighbor just sat up here talking to myself, you know. So, yeah, I'm literally stuck at home with no vehicle. Thank God Bella completed school yesterday. And I didn't, I don't have to worry about trying to get her to school and get her home from school and stuff. Home is easier than trying to get someone to school, but because nobody wants to give anybody a ride at like 8 o'clock in the morning. So that's been a crazy shit show for us, not having a vehicle and stuff, especially in this rural ass county that I live in. So it happened right after we got back from Arizona. Arizona was amazing. It was definitely a cool experience. It was hot. It was the hottest place I've ever been in my life. It was incredibly hot. And I think the next time I would definitely go in the winter and not to Phoenix because it was hot. It was super hot. So, a couple of things that I wanted to tell you guys. I have a bunch of videos that I'm going to be doing. I'm sorry. I feel like I come on here and I'm like, this is it. I'm coming back. We're going to be back. We're going to be doing it. And then I dip out again for like 2-3 weeks. And it's not intentional by any means whatsoever. It's just all these crazy things like that I don't foresee happen. Like, I really had every intentions of June 1st having like 7 to 10 videos recorded and getting them, hammered out and being able to post every week and everything. And then Sugar got sick. And once Sugar got sick, I don't know, I was really, really upset by that. Like really, really upset by that. And then the week that I was going to be recording literally became keeping her comfortable. And I didn't realize at the time that that's what we were doing. I thought we were, oh, hi, Lena. I thought we were getting her better, right? I didn't think we were keeping her comfortable. I have the window open and Lena is literally right here scratching at something. And then, all that happened and then she passed away and it fucking sucked. Like, I know people are always like, oh, it's just a cat, but it's not just a cat. Like for the year that we had her, most of the year I worked from home, like in the community with my people, but then at home I didn't really have an office space, and not one that I really used for kids. Yeah, for sure. And like, we got her, she was only a few weeks old when Bella first moved home, and she was the baby. She was the youngest one out of all of them, so she was the baby. And I don't know, it just really, I'm still upset by it. And then everyone wanted to know like what happened, because everybody knew she was sick, and then you have to like go through the story and retell it. And losing a fur baby fucking sucks. Like, I don't care who you are, it sucks. Like, and it's not okay. And then we got her cremated and stuff, and then it's like you have to go through it all over again when they come home. And I missed you too, Amanda. And I don't know, just sucked. And in the meantime of all of that, Connor came home, and I'm having shirt malfunction, sorry guys. Connor came home, and I really felt for him. Like, I truly did. He came home, he completed his program successfully, and I had arranged for him to go into a program, but not really a program. Like, it wasn't like an inpatient program. It was more like assisted living. It's a program around here called RSS, and you have to have like a mental health diagnosis, and addiction counts as one of them. And I don't eat that. Okay. And then somebody dropped the ball, and we had completed all the paperwork on our end. He and I, like, I did what I had to do, he did what he had to do. Something got caught up in the rehab facility that he was at and getting the paperwork here. They told me they had a bed for him, they didn't. So he was literally homeless again, like just out of the program, homeless. Like, he was literally living on our couch. And as much as I would love to do that for every single person I live with, I can't afford to. And it's not fair to do for one and not the other, and all the things. And we worked really, really hard trying to find another place for him. And every time he would get to like the last step, it would fall through. They'd lose funding. They didn't have space. Someone else got the bed. And this went on for like a month and a half. And finally, Jared and I and he one day went up to this place called Huntersfield. I'm going to do a whole video for it with you guys. I'm going there July 16th. And we went up to go watch it. To go look at it. Sorry, I was reading a comment. We went to go like look at it and whatnot. And the day was great, turned into a disaster. The person who was supposed to pick Bella up from school had an emergency in their family. Didn't think to call me, the school, nothing. No one ever picked Bella up. I was an hour and a half away. Poor Bella was standing outside by herself. It was a disaster. And I can tell Connor, like, hard. You just came home from somewhere, and here you are going away to another place again. It's about an hour and a half from where we are. And we had a whole conversation, and I kind of got a little mad at him, and I think he got a little mad at me, which is cool because that's what families do. And we had a conversation one day, and I started crying, of course, while talking to him, because I saw what he couldn't see. And I saw that he was just going to say fuck it and go back to where he was from and go live out on the street. Like, he was just to that point because he just did not want to do another program. And I got really upset because I said, I'm never going to see you again. And he was like, what do you mean you're never going to see me again? 22, he knows it. And he was like, I'll be fine. And I was like, okay. And I had to leave because I had to go back to work. I was on my lunch break. And I don't know what conversation him and Jared had, but when I came home that afternoon and I got out of my car, he walked up to me and hugged me, and he was like, I love you, I'm sorry, and I'm gonna go. And I said, please don't go for me. I'm already sober. You need to go for you, because this is what you want to do, and you want to be happy and healthy and successful. If you want to give it another go out there, I get it. God knows how many goes I gave it before I finally said, fuck this. And we have gone, and we went Memorial Day weekend because he had forgotten some clothes and stuff here, but Sugar was so sick, and I was giving her IVs every 4 hours. So we literally went, dropped off his stuff, said hello, gave him hugs, bullshitted for a few minutes. I have never seen him so bright, so happy, so... Who are you barking at? There's nobody here, bro. Thank you. Go girl. He was like, first off, he put like 20 pounds on. He looked amazing. And his spirit and the way about him, and like, he's 22. He should be giggly, right? He should be all the things 22-year people are. Hold on, there's a motorcycle. I'm sorry. There's several. Sorry. Okay. Hey, this was a bad idea outside. I'm sorry. But he was amazing, and he was glowing, and he was just everything. And he calls us every week. And okay. I'm actually going to put together a little wish list for him if you guys want to send him some stuff. He could use some like stationery. He's like obsessed with Snapple Apple. I know he needs like some socks, some hygiene stuff, just little simple things. He's doing so incredibly well. I know if anyone wants, I can post his address. If you write him, he will write you back. We just got to get him some stamps and stuff like that. But he will absolutely write somebody back. He would love to have a pen pal or something. The place that he's at is, I don't want to say it's strict, because it's not strict. It's rigid though, but it's what it should be. People are laughing. I guess he's on the phone. But you know, they wake up every day at the same time. They have meals every day at the same time. But then it's a huge, they have like 500 acres. And, oh, perfect. Thank you, Crystal. You're always on it. But so this place, like, you know, they have all this stuff, and they do all these things in the community, and it's a year-long program. And when people successfully complete the program, I will definitely give him some. When people successfully complete the program, they help them with vehicles. And the house they stayed in, I was like, can I move in? It's beautiful. I'm hoping they start a women's facility, because right now it's only men. Because if they start a women's facility, I'm moving in. I'd cut my hands off to work at a place like that. The entire staff, everybody's in recovery, everybody's been there, everybody's doing their thing. They have cows on the property, big huge gardens. Like, it's a community setting within these like acreages of property, right? And if you want to look it up, it's called Discover Life. Oh, my ring just went off. Sorry, guys. It's called Discover Life. You can look it up online, and I'm pretty sure the address is there, but if you can't locate the address, I can. And it is just absolutely amazing. That is up to him. He could be there 6 months. He could be there a year. He could stay 2 years if he wanted to. Yes, they have moo-moos. They do. They have beefers. They sell their beef in the community. And wait a minute. I didn't even tell you guys the best part. The best part is this program is 100% free. You know, if you have money to pay, cool. If not, they will not turn you away. There's a minimum of 10 guys at a time. They're trying to bring it up to 12. I think Connor actually made 11. They did a huge solid for me and took him, no questions asked. They take him to all his doctor's appointments, keep on top of his medications, his this, his that. And it's a fucking free program. And this program is stellar. I mean, we need more places like this. It has a Christian-based background, but we all need faith. We all need some sort of faith. I don't care if you believe in rocks, you believe in God, you believe in Jehovah, you believe in whoever, whatever, the moon, the sun. I believe in it all, because I need to. I need as much help as I can get. And the program is free. And the people there want to be there. They want to be helping people. And it's absolutely amazing. So when I go on July 16th, I'm definitely 100% going to do a video and show you guys around and stuff. It's absolutely amazing. We need more programs like this in the world, let alone just New York. So that's that. George is still inside, unfortunately. To be quite honest, I haven't been able to conversate with him much in the last 3-4 weeks, because I was traveling in different time zone, and then I didn't put money on the phone because I was out of state, and just a lot of stuff back and forth. But unfortunately, he's still there. Nicole got her own apartment after, oh God, a year of being homeless. And, oh wait, what did you just say, Crystal? Donnie, I love you. I hope you feel better. I'll check in on you later. So, so hopefully we start to see some headway with George. And hey, excuse me, ma'am. She doesn't like when everyone rides their bike past my house. Frankie, hey. She's like, no, I'm just not paying attention to you. Hey, ma'am. She doesn't care about me. So, so George was, oh, hey, say hi, everybody. I'm live.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. Oh, hi, I'm grown up. Got my new phone. What are you off to?
Nothing, just waiting for Mary.
Oh, her friend is coming over, so she's waiting patiently. So George, I know I keep going back and forth, I'm sorry. So George is in there for a very stupid decision on his part, and he's really being railroaded. But he's given me permission to share everything, and I want to get some papers and stuff so I can show you guys some stuff. So I'm going to do a full video on him in the near future. Nicole has gotten her own apartment, and I'm unbelievably proud of her. She's killing it. I know her hours just got cut at work, and she's upset and nervous, which is, you know, it's like as soon as one thing gets settled, something else has to come up. But I feel like it's just like the ways of the world, so for sure. Hey, girl. So, well, okay. So, whoa. So when we were in Arizona, I gotta tell you a story about Bella. When we were in Arizona, the whole point of going out there was to be part of a series called Substance Use and Pregnancy. And they wanted me to come out and tell my story, what it's like to, you know, be an addict and then to work with addicts, and, you know, what it's like to have your baby in prison and lose custody of her and get her back, and then what goes on and yada, 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 and all this other stuff, right? And they wanted to talk to Bella too. So she was all about it at first because she got to get her hair and makeup done, and she's on the phone now. Oh, she forgot to say goodbye to her papa yesterday when she left, and she wanted to tell him bye-bye. So we practiced like the whole way there. And so I said to her, so what are you going to say if they say this? What are you going to say? Like, oh, what was it like when your mom was active? You know, do you remember? What's different about her now? You know, we go through this whole thing. And when we get to the part of what's different about her now, she's like, oh, you know, she doesn't do drugs anymore. She helps people. She teaches people how to use Narcan. She had this whole thing planned, right? So we get there, and they rented like an Airbnb to shoot at for the day. And it was absolutely stunning. Like, if I could have moved in, I would have. It was amazing. And there's all these cameras hanging and mics and all this other stuff, right? And they're interviewing me, and it's taking like forever. My story is very long, you know, I'm gonna be 42 years old. It's big. And they finally bring her over, and they have her sit down next to me, and they say to her, so Bella, what's different about your mom? And at first she's like, I don't know. And I'm like, oh Lord, here we go, right? And she's just kind of staring, mouth open and everything. And then I'm like, oh, we talked about this. I was like, you can say whatever you want. So the director again asks her, like, so what's different about your mom? And she goes, I don't know, her hair. And I'm like, her fucking hair? Really? We talked about this for like 2 hours, and that's what you say, her hair? So it was kind of funny. We all laughed, and I was like, well, my hair is definitely different for certain. It was a different color back then. It was like a red, you know, but I mean, like, after all of this, my highly mature, very, you know, articulate child, what's different about your mom? Her hair? And then she stared at the camera with her mouth open. And I was like, okay, it's time to go. But I mean, they were good natured about it, and they were like, spot on. It's different. So, and then when we came back from Arizona, the fucking deer decided to, you know, unalive itself in my car. Thank God my airbags didn't go off. So that happened. And then a few days later, we left for North Carolina to go to my niece Bella's cousin's graduation from high school party. Yeah. And, you know, just a little quick visit and trip and whatnot. And Bella had a blast. Did you have fun in North Carolina?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In South Carolina too.
Well, we didn't go to South Carolina this time. South Carolina was last time. Yes. And then we went to the North Carolina Zoo, which was cool. We didn't know it was going to be there. Did you like the zoo? It was cool, right?
Me and you went.
Yeah. There was a lot of walking. I felt like, so there's two different sides, right?
Sleeping right now.
Okay. There's two different sides. There's like the, what was it? The,
Africa.
Africa on one side where they have like all African type animals. And then the other side was like the northeastern or north,
No,
what was it? North what?
North America.
North America. Good thing she knows. And then they had a whole bunch of other stuff like polar bears and whatnot. So I recorded while I was there. So I will make a video for that for you guys. But Bella also made a friend. She made a friend with
Estelle.
a squirrel
Oh, I thought you said
at the zoo. So
that.
look, there's Frankie.
Africa and Australia.
Yes. Oh, on the way home on the plane, Bella made a friend from coming home from Arizona, from Australia. She was a super sweet little girl. They were gonna hook up on Messenger, but I don't know what happened, and I don't know her last name to add her. So, did I get it? Okay. Okay.
You took me my tooth.
Oh,
I did
Bella
miss
lost a
something.
tooth last night.
It was supposed to come out like a couple days ago.
Why
The cap.
are
'Cause
they
I
on
had it in for like 4 years.
3?
3 years.
Are they on a timer?
They were supposed to come out soon, like last month,
Says who?
maybe, because that's when we got them to take the
So apparently they're on a time schedule because she had a cap on one of them. So
And this
anyway.
one came out too soon.
Oh,
But no, it was loose. I kind of yanked it out. I kind of got stuck on my other tooth.
it got stuck on your other tooth, so you yanked it out.
No, so I twisted it, pop out.
Oh, okay. Somebody said something. I don't know. I was listening to Bella ramble. Well, apparently now I can't. Okay. Interviews are really cool. Well, let me finish this. We don't have a way to go get it. Interviews are really, really cool. What I really want to break into doing is public speaking. Oh, thank you. She is a really pretty little girl. It makes me very nervous.
We might be putting up the sprinkler. Me and Amelia.
You can wait till I'm done. Let's not get carried away. It's not sprinkler degrees yet. I love doing the interviews. My goal is to travel and do as many in-person speaking, gigs as possible because I never knew it, but that's truly like my passion. So Bella's biological dad had very, very chubby cheeks, and I think that's where she gets it from. And she has his, whoa, she's gonna clothesline you, watch out. Frankie, come here.
Just a human.
Come on. And she has his eye color-ish, but other than that, she's all me. It's bizarre. I mean, attitude and everything, she's all me. Okay, there's a person standing here on the corner on a skateboard. So, I have a black eye. I don't know if you can still see it. That's why I have no makeup on. I got hit in the eye with an airbag when the deer decided to commit suicide into my vehicle. So, Frankie, please don't try and eat this person. There's a guy over here on a skateboard, on the phone, looking for an address. Hmm? No, he's not stupid. He's talking to somebody. So, that's kind of where I've been. Supplies for Life is... Oh, okay. It's okay. She does not like anybody near our property. Well, if anybody knows anyone who needs any speakers for anywhere, please let me know. I would love to go anywhere, and bonus anytime Bella can come with me, because I feel like what great experiences for her.
Whack.
Who doesn't want to travel with their kid? But
You gotta get rid of them.
Supplies for Life is now, I'm full-time for Supplies for Life. Oh, Allison, thank you. And I'm exhausted, to be quite honest. I'm in desperate need of
a new phone.
I'm in desperate need of employees.
Pause it there, see?
Oh, Bella got a new phone. She wants to show everybody, apparently. Okay.
Then,
Whoa, what is that? Oh, I thought that was cracked. I was about to lose my marbles.
this is my background.
Apparently it's show and tell.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Come on. It takes her like 12 minutes, so it's going to take her 20 minutes.
Well, stop being a stalker.
I'm not being a stalker. You're being a stalker.
So,
Not sorry.
we're desperately trying to find more funding, grant funding, so I can hire employees and have more people help me, because unfortunately, the demand is extremely high, and I only am one person, and listen, those phones, I am not an iPhone girl. I am an Android through and through. Bella wanted an iPhone. We got her one. In like 3-4 weeks, the battery went dead. It was a disaster. I felt terrible. We got her another one for Christmas, her birthday, because they're all within a week. That one, I plug it in for her in the morning when she leaves for school, because I want to know that it's plugged in and make sure it's charged. 20 minutes later, it's on like 3%. It's terrible. So my friend Brittany, who does lashes and stuff, she got her son a new phone. I was like, anybody have a phone? And she was like, yes, I do. And I got that for her, and that's a really nice phone. I'm super excited. And I have a funny story to tell you. I'm going to message you after this. For sure, Android or bust. I hate these iPhones. They're too fancy for me.
My iPhone 10.
So they do have, who just said that? Let me see. Oh my God, this is too far away. Even with my glasses on, I can't see. Purple Conundrum. So where are you that you joined this and that they have that? So there's a new state federal guideline that just came out. So they moved it from 200% poverty level, I think, to like 300. So this way people can get have access to the funding that's available, because the criteria, so like in New York State, I'm not even gonna hold you, I'm gonna be straight up. I tried to apply for food stamps, right? Because I saw that it said $1,400 or $1,200 or something like that. And I didn't realize that they go according to gross, not net. So because they go according to that, that's what you make before taxes. And in this day and age, who can live on that? Like, seriously, I work a 40-hour work week, paid 40 hours a week. I work far more than that, because my phone is never off. I never say no to people unless I'm like not there, or like now I don't have a vehicle or things of that nature. But I'm not working now, but I'll work my hours for today after this afternoon once I can get another car, right? So it's just bizarre how they expect people to work, pay for gas, pay for food, pay for childcare, simple things like lights. I mean, that's not luxury. So here we are going forward in the world. We're raising rates, but it's still not enough. Like, it's just still not enough. And I make way more than minimum wage. I don't know how people working minimum wage, make it, because I'm here working a 40-hour work week, making 20-something dollars an hour, struggling. Oh, a deer decided to unalive itself in my car, Crystal. So,
It's Crystal.
Purple Conundrum, can you text me, email me, or whatever? Conundrum. Do you know what a conundrum is?
Poop.
It's not poop. Everything is not poop. If you can just email that to me, jencutting1@gmail.com, I would appreciate that. I would love to see that. I mean, they are federally, right? Because say whatever okay, Bella. Say whatever you want about Biden, whether you like him or not. His term has rolled out a lot of harm reduction funding, a lot of funding for people that are lower down on the poverty, blah, 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 all that shit, right? So they're trying to change things. The car is fucked up. car has like almost
her.
$8,000 worth of
Frankie!
damage. Wait, I'm just gonna pause you guys. Like I'm gonna mute you guys for 2 seconds just because Bella's friend is here and I just want to say hello to the moms and stuff. But don't be sorry, Denise. It's okay. Like, no, my car is jacked up. It has almost $8,000 worth of damage. Hold on 1 second, guys. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Go inside. Don't listen to her. Watch out, Frankie's coming with you. Sure, sorry about that. We'll undo her. Hold on. Frankie.
Okay, I got her.
Holy moly. No one's allowed to come here according to Frankie. Okay. So, yeah, there's a lot of money that's coming down and has already come down. The only problem is, like, anytime any type of federal aid is released, it's always a bitch to get it to where it needs to go, and it takes so long, and there's always so many hands in the pot. And I feel like most of the time, agencies that are truly doing the work, they're smaller, more rural, street level agencies, if you will. Now, the agency that I work for and that I brought Supplies for Life to, they're a very large agency, but I literally go to the streets to do my job. Like, I'm in my office to do like paperwork and, you know, office-y type shit. But as far as all the rest of it, like, I really go to where I have to go. And for some reason, those are usually the types of programs, agencies, whatever you want to say, that get overlooked for the funding. We have our, you know, we've tossed our hat in the ring for a ton of money and a ton of grant funding, but it's all super competitive. Usually the larger, like large agencies like Oasis and stuff like that always seem to, you know, get the bulk of the funding. Oh, Denise, you're so sweet. Thank you. You know, get the bulk of the funding, and the people that are on the ground level doing the groundwork usually don't. I am going, thank you to Anna, I am going to a harm reduction conference in New York, in Buffalo, August 11th and 12th. Potentially, I may be speaking on a panel, may not be. We don't know yet. We're trying to figure it out. But I will be there July 31st to August 4th, 5th. I can't remember. I will be in Denver. I'm going to a training about advocacy and victims via my job. So I'm super excited about that. I got this tattoo the other day and it's not healing good. It's like weird. Isn't it cute though? Look at the little cacti. I'm super excited about it. Stop it, Frankie. I can hear you. I don't know if you guys can. Do you want to come back outside with mommy? Do you? Is your baby when you come back outside? She's so cute. Do you want to come back out? She keeps tilting her head. So, I think that's really it. I mean, I feel like I've been here, there, and everywhere. I'm exhausted. I feel like, you know, sometimes these crazy things happen and like your car gets fucked up, but it forces you to like stay home a little bit, and sometimes like that's a great thing. I have a bunch of videos that I'm going to attempt to put myself together and record today. Bella Bella goes to sheriff's camp next week, so it's her first sleepaway camp, and I'm super excited for her and totally nervous. I cannot believe we have a 5th grader. A few days after she comes back, like a week after she comes back, she will be home for a year. Can we even believe that it's a year? Like, do you guys remember fighting this battle with me crying and feeling like I was never gonna get her back, and like not being allowed to comment anything about her or post anything because there was a gag order from the judge? Like, how fucking crazy. And now July 12th, it's gonna be a year, and it's like we were never separated, ever. It's amazing. Today, actually, I don't know if you guys are in my community on Facebook. It feels like yesterday, right? Fucking crazy. Today marks 3 years that I'm home from prison. Like, that's it? But oh my God, it's been 3 years. Like, how crazy is that? 3 years? So 3 years ago today, I was walking out of Shock in Lakeview, New York. Well, in Brockton, New York, actually, with like this much hair. No clue where I was gonna live. No idea what my life was going to become, if I was going to make it, if I was going to go back out and continue getting high. Like, no plan, nothing. All I knew was that I was getting out, and I said to myself that day, like, I remember being in the van going to the bus stop, right? I remember saying, like, I will never come back here. I will never come back here. Not because it was so horrible, but because, I don't know, in my heart, I just knew something was different. And if you would have told me on this day 3 years ago that I'd be the person I am today, I would not believe you by any means whatsoever. I would think you were high. And I absolutely 100% would never believe that in a million years. And there are some major things in my life that have made me who I am today. Number one, obviously, was losing my child. That was a hell all on its own. You know, as parents, as mothers especially, we doubt ourselves. We are continuously judging ourselves and wondering if I'm doing this right. Am I not doing this right? Am I fucking them up? Am I fucking myself up? Like, all these things, right? And then you go and you throw addiction in it, and it's like a knife to the fucking heart, because it just makes a bad situation worse. And then I met some amazing people, right? I met Pastor Derek, who I've done a video with on the channel, oh God, what, 2 years ago now, 1.5 years? And actually, he called me this morning, and he became such a pivotal person in my life. And you ever like think about your life like in sections, right? And you can kind of see where the change happened, whether it's good or bad, right? That's the irrelevant point, but you can see where the change happened. This man literally came and met me when I was 82 pounds in an orange jumpsuit, looked like hell on earth, had no self-esteem, no self-worth, no self-love, nothing. All I had was my physical self. And he just, no judgment, no discrimination, no nothing. He just, every time he said he was going to be there, he was there. Every time he said he was going to show up and be a certain way, he absolutely 100% was. And he never treated me any different or made me feel any type of way about anything, other than the simple fact that he loved me, he believed in me, I was good enough, I was worthy, and he would keep coming back every time. And it went that way for like 6-8 months. And then I went to prison. And then I met the next great people in my life. Oh, there's a fly, and Frankie's trying to chase it. And I just got so incredibly lucky and I went to a shock program. You know, I did a year and a half in regular prison, and then I went to the shock program. And when I got there were people who actually gave a shit, like straight up gave a shit, and continued that same mentality that Pastor Derek had, that I was worthy, that I was enough, that things that I went through weren't normal. You know, they validated who I was and the things that I'd been through and all of that. And I don't know, it just showed me a different side that I never saw before in my life. And then I completed, which I didn't, you know, when you're on your way there, you're scared because that program's rough. Like, it's fucking rough. And then I came home and I wasn't allowed to live with my husband, any family, anyone I knew, nothing. And I lived in a shelter and I couldn't find housing and I had no money and I had no job. And I was so scared the first 48 hours when I came home. But I never used drugs again. Like, that's the one constant through everything that I've done. I've never used drugs again. And, you know, October 27th of this year, I will have 5 years completely sober from all illegal drugs. I don't even smoke cigarettes anymore. I've been smoking since I'm like 13. I don't know, it's just amazing sometimes the way things fall into place. And I truly feel like everything I went through with my education and my higher power always had a purpose for me, even though I didn't understand it at the time, even though I couldn't understand why or what. But the gratitude that I have for the life that I live today is fucking amazing. I have hard days. You know, everyone, I feel like people think like my life is great now because I got sober and I, you know, have a career and I do YouTube and this and that. And that is not the fucking case. There are days that I absolutely want to shove my head in the door and slam it shut, right? But those bad days are far better than the days that I used to have when I was getting high. Because when I was getting high, it was a fucking clusterfuck every day, all day, 24/7. My life is by far the best that it's ever been, but there is no life that is lived that is without problems. And I mean, we still have struggles, ups and downs. Like, here I am now, right? So I wasn't momming, because I was always a mom, but I wasn't momming for 4 years. And then I have this little sassy thing come home, who as a normal preteen gets sassy, and I have to rope her in and be like, excuse me, ma'am, absolutely not. You know, she gets mad at me about things, I get mad at her about things, but we work it out, we talk it out. I don't believe in harsh punishments. I don't believe in beating your child. I don't believe in verbally putting your child down, emotionally scarring them. None of that. Oh, sorry, John, I'll have to call you back. You know, I don't believe in any of that, and I think her and I do pretty good. My marriage has its ups and downs. You know, my husband struggles with his own demons, and there are times he wins, there's times he loses. There are times that he has hard days, and there are times that he has spectacular months and months and months at a time. It is what it is. You know, we all have our shit. Cravings are a real thing. You know, one of the videos that I'm going to do is about cravings and using dreams, because I feel like those are the things that we need to talk about once we get sober. Everyone makes it seem like it's this bed of roses, and it's not. It's not. We still struggle. Jared's on Vivitrol. That's a recent, I don't even know what word I'm looking for. That's recent in his life. He's been struggling with cravings and having, you know, problems and stuff, and he made the choice to go on Vivitrol, and I'm extremely proud of him. And I know that's difficult to do, especially, you know, he's so far into it, and he was like, I feel like this shouldn't still be happening. And shouldn't it be? Who's the person to say whether it is or it isn't? But the simple fact that, you know, this is happening in his life and he's getting ahead of it is amazing, because cravings, them shits will make you relapse every day, all day, right? So my life's not a bed of roses. We have our issues, all of us, me personally, us as a family, him as a human. You know, Bella's pretty carefree, as she should be at 10. Sorry. As she should be at 10 years old. I'm yet again learning how to rebalance everything. It's like as soon as you feel like, all right, I'm gonna have some balance in my life, some stability, some straight, just I could see where I'm going and what's going on, some shit just happens and it just totally screws everything up or makes it out of whack and all that. Thank you, Anna. So I don't know. I'm trying now. Hold on, there's a big truck coming. Recovery is for life, and it waxes and wanes. Like there are times, you know, that I'm like, can I be something other than the recovery girl? But then I'm like, no, because that's who I am, right? I think there are times he wishes I could be something other than the recovery girl. I think he gets sick of hearing it. But I don't even know what I was just saying. The truck totally distracted me. You know, everyone, cravings are no joke, you know. Actually, maybe I'll see if he wants to do a video together, and maybe he can. So it's bizarre, right? So he has cravings all the time, like, especially, we were actually just talking about it yesterday. I'm like, well, when do they hit you the most? And he was like, I don't know. I said, well, what makes you have them? And he was like, yes. I was like, okay, you know. And he says sometimes after a hard day of work. So for him, it's the alcohol that he has cravings for. So when he comes home from work, like a hard day at work, he would love to be able to sit down and have a drink, like have a beer, right? But he can't do that. Social events, he can't do that. Vacations, deaths, happy occasions, sad occasions, birthdays, everything, when people normally reach out to have a beverage, he cannot do that. And there are plenty of instances where we're in situations where other people are, and he cannot. And that sucks. So for me, alcohol is not an issue for me ever. It's never been in my life, ever. If I wanted to have a drink, I could have one drink and then not have one for 6, 8, 9, a year, whatever. I don't give a shit. I don't like alcohol. It's not my thing. I don't care. Once in a great while, would I have a drink? Sure. Do I do it now? No, because I know how much it affects my husband. He does not have that luxury. He does not have that option to be able to do that. And I think knowing that he can't makes it worse, right? Like, it's one thing when you choose not to do something because it's your own choice, it's your own action, it's your own consequence, it's your own shit. Then it's fine, it's whatever. But when you know you cannot, it sucks. And it's difficult, especially when it's something that's so normalized, right? We have like this whole like mommy sippy club and mommy juice and whatever the fuck else people say, and you know, commercials and everything everywhere, and it's incredibly difficult. And my husband is not a medicine type of ooh, I wish we had Sublocade freely around here. And I just, you know, I'm proud of him for doing this. As you all know, he's like a man's man type of guy, and he's not a let's sit down and talk about my emotions and my feelings and how I feel and all that. He's a let's get shit done, let's go be in the dirt and do whatever it is that we need to do and all of that. And this is difficult for him. You know, he had to talk to somebody about why he feels the way he feels and how he feels and all of that. And I'm really proud of him. You know, I give him a lot of shit, and I expect a lot from him because I know what he's capable of. But at the end of the day, the most difficult thing as a human being is to say, I have a problem and I need help. And to actually follow through with that help and be vulnerable and allow people in to say, oh, well, this is where you went wrong and yada, yada, yada. And it is extremely hard for him to say. He's never been a talker emotional wise his whole life. The only person he really talks to that shit about is me, you know. But then I don't want to be like, go yourself, because I want to give him the space to complain about me, because at the end of the day, let's be realistic. We're husband and wife. We're not always going to see eye to eye. There are things that he does that drive me crazy and vice versa. And I want to give him that free space, but I also want to be that security blanket for him. So I'm never sure if I'm over securing or under securing. Sometimes I'm like, well, shit, do you want me to come? Do you not want me to come? And he doesn't ever want to say no, but I'm sure at some point in times he wants to say no because I know I drive him crazy and he needs to bitch about me. Oh, and I feel like that's 100% normal. I'm very, let's face it, look at my career. It's got to be hard to be married to the recovery girl when all you want to do is go behind the building and drink a 30 pack. And I get that. And I feel like sometimes my pressure gets rolled off onto him because people expect him to be the same as me, and he's not. He's his own person. And that's the way it's supposed to be. So I think maybe he and I will sit down and do a video. Hey, Jess. I think maybe he and I will sit down and do a video about that. And I feel like sometimes I know he gets nervous doing things like that because it's a vulnerable side of him, and he's saying like, yes, this is what's wrong. I have a problem. But then the love that you guys give him is amazing. And we went through this like a year ago, and so Vivitrol makes it so it curbs the cravings. He struggles the most with the cravings aspect of it. He every few days to a week, every few days within like a 2-week period, if that makes sense, he will crave to want to have a drink after being hot up all day in a tree, working, doing this, doing that. Like he will have a craving for it. So hey Dorothy, my God, it's been forever. And that's really what he struggles with. So the Vivitrol he takes, until he gets like insurance approval and shit like that, he takes the oral pill every day, and then he will get the shot. No, he does not crave anything else besides alcohol. So there's also like Antabuse that he was considering. Antabuse is, bye Crystal, love you too, girl. He has to, Antabuse would make him deathly puke sick if he decided to drink on it. Is naloxone, wait, what? Yes, Joelle. So Vivitrol is dual usage. It's for opiates and alcohol. It was originally made for alcohol, and then it extended out to opiates. Jared doesn't have a problem with opiates. He's never used them actually a day in his life. His drug of choice, his main drug of choice, was been alcohol, cocaine, and meth. He's never done anything else. He doesn't like to smoke weed. Neither do I. And he has never done heroin a day in his life, anything like that. So that's that. So I just, yeah. Are you talking about Antabuse? Antabuse is extremely severe. Like Antabuse will knock you on your ass for 2 days, like dead fucking sick, like food poisoning sick, like sick. So, I mean, that's always an option too. But I think right now he's okay with it. He just, freaking fly is stuck between the screen and the window and it's buzzing in my ear. Come on. Ugh. So he's just really having a problem with the cravings part, but he's being proactive. He's doing what he needs to do, and he's on the Vivitrol, and I'm extremely proud of him. So yeah, but we're gonna do a bunch of videos together too. Yeah, oh, it's abuse, all right. So it's Antabuse has been around for shit. It's got to be over 15 years, I think the biggest part, oh, hi, Donnie, I hope you feel better. I think the biggest part of being in recovery, right? Because recovery is just, it's ever evolving, it's ever changing. It's not one straight thing is recovery. And I think that saying like I'm about to fuck up and I need help, I feel like that is the epitome of recovery, right? Recovering. when we say recovering, it doesn't mean we're there yet. We're in the process. And I feel like we will forever be in the process because it's ever evolving. And for him to say, like, hey, my recovery is not as strong as it should be, my recovering isn't as far along as it should be, I need help, and I need this medicine to help me get there, that shows that mentally you've already grown leaps and bounds from the active addict stage that you were in, because you're recognizing the fact that something's going wrong, right? You're saying, hey, this is getting fucked up. I need help. I need help. I don't care if you're in recovery from sex, eating, alcohol, drugs, clothing, shopping, whatever. As a human being in general, saying I need help is extremely difficult because it makes you feel weak. It makes you feel like you're not good enough, or like, why can't I handle this shit on my own, or whatever the things that our fucked up human mind makes us think. So the simple fact that he's admitting he needs help, especially for my husband, because I know him, huge deal. Huge. And sometimes I don't give him enough credit for that, and I need to be mindful of that too. So that's why I love this, because by me talking about this with you right now, I need to tell him that I'm proud of him. He needs to hear that from me as well too. And I just think a couple of months ago, a couple of years ago, this wouldn't even be happening. He would just say, fuck it, I fucked up. It is what it is. You know, and that's not where we are today. So I'm grateful for that, and I thank you guys for letting me have this conversation with you so I can tell him later how proud I am of him. And you know, I mean, he's on Facebook. Feel free to message him and tell him, you know, tell him you're proud of him too, because I'm sure he could probably use that. Because sometimes I too get busy and I forget, you know. So I'm gonna go inside now, and I'm going to see what these little girls are doing, and hopefully they're not baking something or making slime out of something or whatever. And I'm going to, I will try. I'm going to also be recording today, so don't judge when you see me in the same shirt because I'm not doing any more laundry. And I hope you guys are all doing amazing, and it was nice to have this little chit chat with you guys, and I will see you guys all in a few days. Bye.